Hello everyone. Today we're gonna see about two-dimensional parity check. Before we go further, let's know what an error is. An error is a condition where the receiver's information does not match to the sender's information. This can occur during transmission. Digital signals suffer from the noise that can introduce errors in the binary bits traveling from sender to receiver. This means that a 0 bit can be changed to 1 or 1 bit can be changed to 0. So whenever a message is transmitted, it may get scrambled by noise or data. So the way we can avoid this is by using error detecting codes, which are additional data added to a given digital message to help us detect if any error has occurred during transmission of the message. These codes are implemented either at data link layer or transport layer of OSI model. Common approach used for error detection is used to redundancy bits, where an additional bits are added to facilitate detection of errors. Some techniques for error detection are simple parity check, two-dimensional parity check, checksum, cyclic redundancy check. Now we're going to learn about two-dimensional parity check. First, what does parity check mean? It is a process that ensures that accurate data transmission between two nodes occur during communication. So then a parity bit is appended to the original data bits to create an even or odd bit number, the number of bits with value 1. Then the source transmits this data via a link and bits are checked and verified at the destination. And how do you know whether the data is accurate or not? That we can tell by checking the number of bits, even or odd, sent at the source matches with the number of bits at the receiver. So now let's come to two-dimensional parity check. In this parity check, bits are calculated for each row, which is equivalent to a simple parity check bit. They are also calculated for all columns and then they are sent along with the data. At the receiving end, these are compared with the parity bits calculated on the receiving data. As we can see from the figure, these are the original data and then a parity bit is added for all the rows and the columns. Here we can see as 000 and 11011 is added, and here is the new data that is supposed to be sent. And then we verify the receiving end whether the number of bits sent are accurate or not. Over to my friend, he'll explain further.
Now we are going to talk about advantages and disadvantages of two-dimensional parity checker. So it can detect and correct one or more bit errors at the same time. So it helps as one of the biggest advantages in this two-dimensional parity checker, as it will also indicate where the error has been taken place. So as we can primarily describe the advantages of the parity as its simplicity and the ease of use, as we can see that it also uses the concept of redundancy, which is adding extra bits for detecting the error at the destination. Okay, so now we see at the disadvantages of the parity checker, as it may fail to catch the errors if two bits are corrupted. For instance, parity will not detect the error, so it will go undetected. As it has the incapability of finding all the errors, only errors which cause an odd number of bits to flip will be detected, and hence others will not be detected. And as for the next one, there is no way to know which bit is false in the parity bit. So since it will not be able to correct, and the data has to be transmitted without the correction, as the parity bit might change, which is in the case of interchanging of bits. Last but not the least comes increasing transmission length, which is a huge disadvantage. And one of the huge disadvantages is that it doesn't specify the location of the error, as it just says an error has occurred. As it can also not detect errors if two bits are interchanged. Now let us come to the real life applications of the two-dimensional parity checker. So whenever a message is being transmitted, it may get scrambled or disturbed by noise and the data might get corrupted. So to avoid this, we use error detecting codes, which are additional data added to a given digital message. So the main application of the parity check code is in ASCII, where characters are represented by 7 bits and the 8th bit is a parity bit. As simple parity check codes can detect all single bit errors, and it can also detect multiple errors only if the total number of errors in a data unit is odd. That's the condition. Whereas in multiple parity check codes, it's the converse of the simple parity check codes.
As we have seen the definition of two-dimensional parity check, let's get into its details. In two-dimensional parity check, the bits are arranged in rows and columns. For understanding this, let me explain an example. In this example, the original data that is sent from the sender to the receiver is these bits 11001111, 10111101, and so on. And the number of ones in the first data that is sent are 5, and this column shows the number of ones in the data that is sent. In two-dimensional parity check, we are using even parity check. That means when the total number of ones in the data that is sent is odd, the end column is added with an extra one to make it even. In the second data that is sent, the total number of ones, that is 1 2 3 4 5, so it's odd. So to make it even, before sending, we are adding another one in the end column. Like that, in the third data that is to be sent, the total number of ones are 4, so it's already even, so there is no need to add 1, so we are adding a 0. Like that, the end row which we get is also made using even parity concept. Like in this column, the total number of ones are 1 and 1, so that is even, so we are putting in 0 to make it an even parity check. Here the total number of ones in this column are 3, so we are adding another one to make it even. Like that, when in the end these extra 1 1 0 0 1 1 are added as an extra bit while sending the data to the receiver. Let's execute the program. This is the program. Let's run it. Let's enter the frame 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 1, frame 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 1, frame 2 0 1 1 1 0 0 1, frame 3 is 0 1 0 1 0 0 1. So we got the end result. In the first data that is sent from the sender to the receiver, we have 1 2 3 4 5 ones. So to make it an even parity check, we are adding one extra one in the end. Like that, for the second data that is to be sent, as 5 ones are there, so it is odd. To make it even, we are adding extra one. So this is the row parity, column parity, and this is the row parity, and this result is sent to the receiver. Tilak will be continuing the next.
Now let's see another example to show how the 2D parity check actually detects errors. So this is the data that is entered into the 2D parity check program. Frame 0 is 1101, frame 1 is 1011, frame 2 is 1001, and frame 3 is 1100. After running it through the code, we get this as the output. 11011, 10111, 10010, 11000, and the last parity row is 00110. So all this have been included here. This last F column is the parity bit column, and the sixth row is the parity bit row. So now let us take, for example, there's an error in this second row C column. Instead of this 1, there is an error, and 0 is sent instead of that 1. So now according to the 2D parity check, for the second row, the number of ones are 1 and 2. So there are 2 ones. So according to the 2D parity check, the parity bit should be 0, but instead of 0, there's a 1 here. So this will be taken as an error and it will be reported. And similarly for this for the column parity, we can check the number of ones are 1. This is taken as a 0, so this there's only one 1, means this parity bit should be 1, but it shows as 0, so it will be counted as another error there. Now let us take another error here in this E column of the second row. Instead of 1, there's a 0 sent. Whatever is represented in bracket is taken as error, which is being sent instead of the original data. So according to the 2D parity check here in the second row, the total number of ones are 1. There's only one 1. The parity bit is 1, which is correct, as for odd number of ones, the parity bit should be 1. So this second column does not report any error. But if you see, the second row does not report any error. But if you see the columns, the C column and E column, both will report an error. For the C column, the total number of ones are 1, but the parity bit is 0. So that will report an error. And for this E column, the total number of ones are 2, and the parity bit is 1, which will also report an error. Now let us take 2 more errors on the same columns where the previous errors were present. So in this C column and 5th row, instead of this 1, there's a 0 sent, and instead of this 0 in this E column 5th row, there's a 1 sent. So now there are 4 errors in the original data that has to be sent. So now if you see here, this second row obviously does not report an error, as it's correct. The total number of ones are 1. There's only one 1, and the parity bit is 1. Even this 5th column, in this 5th row, does not report an error. The total number of ones are 1, 2, and the parity bit is 0. So this does not report an error, and even the columns will not report an error. C column, the total number of ones are 0, which is even, so the parity bit is 0. And for this E column, the total number of ones are 3, and the parity bit is 1, which is also correct according to 2D parity check. So this is considered as one of the disadvantages of the 2D parity checker. If there are 4 errors, 2 in each column and 2 in each row of the same column where the previous error was present, it does not report any errors.